Adding students to courses or courses to students. The easiest way to do so would be to choose schools and choose the name of your school. We're going to choose the high school in this case. You can add courses to students individually by going to, if you choose your school, or if you can go to the active student menu from the dashboard. Choose the courses button next to the student's name. You'll see this student does not have any courses for this year. So you could choose a course from the drop-down menu and a course level. You can either choose to enter grades at this point or not. If you do enter grades, they must be numeric grades only. Letter grades won't work. Click Add Student Course Data. You will see that that course that I just added has gone to the top portion of the screen because this is current course enrollment. So that means that this student is currently enrolled in geometry. And here's the student's name up here, name of the school, his grade, his school year. To change in the grade in the school year, you would need to go back to the active student menu. You cannot change that on this screen. You can add the first or trimester grade here or the final grade at any point. To do so, you would just enter the grade number and click Edit Student Course Data. You could also change the course level if you wanted to. So we could add as many as 4 classes at a time for this student, for each student. And then as soon as you do, if you have more than 4 courses to add, you could add another additional 4. So that's adding courses to an individual student. To add students to individual courses, you would make sure that you've selected your school. So we'll start over from the beginning. We're going to select our school, either from here or from here. And then we're going to select courses from the blue menu bar. We're going to select a particular course. We have no students currently enrolled in this English course. So what we would do is pick the students that we wanted to include in this course. Choose their course level if you like. And then click Post to add students to courses. All of the students that we selected have been added to this English course. You can choose their course level either when you add them, or you can choose it up here in the top portion of your screen to edit it. Again, you can enter grades at any time. Just make sure that they're numeric grades. Letter grades won't work. Once you make any edits to this section, you want to click Post to update student courses. And that will update your selection. At any time, you can come back to this screen. If you have additional children that you need to add, you can add those at any time as well. And again, the school year and the grade cannot be changed from this screen. You would have to go back to the active student menu to change those things. You can also choose to import courses. If you choose to import courses, you would go back to the home screen and either choose import from the blue menu bar or from this menu here. You would, next to student course information, you would click column layout and descriptions. Here you would need to make a CSV file, comma separated values file, just like you made to upload the student data. All of the column names appear here, and they would all go in the first row. in the same order and in the same spelling as they appear here. Here we have column definitions and allowable values. So student ID would be 9 integer values, the state MEDMS ID. The difference between creating this file and creating the student data file is each row has the information for only one course, and each student has a separate row for each course. So in this example, Meredith has a different row, these are the rows, for each course. So Meredith is taking 4 courses, so she has 4 rows. All of this information for Meredith would be the same and would need to be entered on each row. In this example also, Ryan has 3 courses. These students only have 1 course, so they only have 1 row. These 3 are each taking geometry, but only geometry, so they each only have 1 row. Once you've created your CSV file, you can go back to Import, and next to Student Course Information, you would click Import, Upload a New File. Choose Add New Data. Click Browse, locate the file on your computer, click Open, and then click Upload File. If you need to update information for courses, it's much easier to use the student course forms that I showed you earlier, either here by course or here from the student data menu, active student menu, excuse me. To upload test scores or import test scores, you would go to Import on the blue menu bar or here. Click Column Layouts and Descriptions next to Student Test Scores. You need to create a comma-separated values or a CSV file. The column names all appear here, and the column names need to be entered in the first row of your file. Much like the courses CSV file, there is only one row per test subject. So the student Meredith, she has taken 4 different test subjects for the same test. So you would need to include a separate row for each different test subject. All of the information for the SAU IDs, MEDMS ID, etc. would need to be the same for each child. This would be the only different information. And then of course the scores and the participation would be different. But the grade level, the school year, the test name would all be the same for each row of the same child. Once you've created your file, you can go back to the home screen and back to Import. Click Import, Upload New File. Choose either Add New Data, or if you've already uploaded some test data and you need to update it, you can choose Update Existing Data. If you choose Updating Existing Data, you must make sure that all of your information that you've entered previously for the child is still filled in. So in other words, if you decided that you had filled in proficient for this score and you wanted to change that to something else, you could do so, but all of the rest of the information in the row would still need to be there, because otherwise it would get deleted. So we'll go back to import and we'll click import upload new file next to student test scores. We'll choose if we're going to add new data or update existing data. Choose browse, choose the file on your computer, click open, and click upload file. The student test scores, the data will be staged and will need approval before final upload to the system.